you decided to like apply for
Mhm.
some universities. How many did you apply and how many you got admits and rejects,
Yeah.
if you remember?
So, yeah. So it was a very like it really worked out in my favor when I was applying because I applied to 10 and I got admitted to all 10 schools. So that was
Wow.
nice.
Okay.
So I was applying to a mix of MEM and MIS programs. So for MEM, I had applied to Dartmouth, Duke, Purdue, Northwestern, and I think for other schools, I applied for MIS. So that was University of Buffalo, University of Washington, Carnegie Mellon University, University of Maryland. I think I'm missing out one or two, but yeah, that was basically the
If
list.
you can just walk through your
Sure,
process, that will be amazing.
sure.
Nice.
Is my
Hmm.
screen up? Yeah.
Yes.
So this was my initial list. So it had like, so when I was, this is, I think, yeah, so MEM, MIM, USA. So basically it had a list of all the universities that I was, like that offered that program.
From the
Yeah.
step by step, you first decided I want to do masters, then you decided I want to be in the management field, not
Hmm.
hardcore computer science product or
Hmm.
program. Then you're like, okay, MBA is not for me, MEM or MIS is for me. Then you
Hmm.
figure out like these are some of the universities. So now you
Yeah.
are like writing down which universities offer MEM, and so this is where
Yeah.
you are like creating this for your research.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So while I was doing this research, I basically like had like defined few parameters. So definitely like, location, is it a STEM program, duration, their average GRE, average age, salary, fees, job prospects, scholarship. Like these were the parameters on which I was like evaluating
Ooh,
all of these things.
salary. How did you
So
get salary?
I think a lot of schools have their average graduating salary on their websites. Like I was
Okay,
able to find it for a lot of schools. Yeah.
got
So
it.
that was also one parameter. So this was a list that I created for MEM, and then similarly I created one for MIS. So that was another, but the parameters were same. So
Right.
I did a
And
lot of research. Yeah.
sorry, and then you also have average age. Is this the average age of the students?
Yes, the average age of students. It's also mentioned on like a lot of school pages. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
And then page link is, I'm assuming, the actual course link.
The mhm.
Right.
Yes.
And then keep going on the left. Can you scroll left? Or sorry, like
Yeah.
this way.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. And then additional requirement. What is that?
Additional requirement, like some require WES, so that was additional requirement. Or then for some, like if you attend an info session, you get the application fee waiver. So that was
Hmm.
something. Like Duke had its own GPA calculator using which, you need to calculate your score using this and then provide that to them.
Hmm.
So these were like the miscellaneous things that you need to give to those schools apart from like the basic LORs and SOPs. So yeah,
Nice.
that was just like a note. Mhm.
Okay, so then you came across, you did this research, then you had to finalize 10 universities. How did you
Yeah.
narrow it down to 10?
So yeah, this is my finalized list. So then, like as everyone says, I categorized it into dream, competitive, and safe. So while I
Hmm.
was doing that, I basically like there are some programs which were like super easy to kind of like I knew that I'll be definitely applying to them like Duke, Purdue, Dartmouth, CMU,
Hmm.
all of those. So
Hmm.
it was an easy, yeah, like it was an easy selection for that. The
Hmm.
difficult part was where should I categorize that? Should I categorize them as dream or should I because it's like super hard to say, and I understand the anxiety when you're applying that
Hmm.
you just want to get admitted to like let's say a couple of schools.
Hmm.
So it was, yeah, that was I think the difficult part because from this list it was like pretty clear based on like where the people or the alums were working, and then the salary, and then the tuition aspect was also something that I was considering. So these were like two or three primary parameters using which I narrowed down the school. And then I used the GRE score and the student profile of the current students to kind of see where I fit in. And based on that, I created this finalized list
Wait.
of like,
So you
yeah.
said you, based on the current student, as in the seniors, your seniors, you
Hmm.
figured out
Hmm.
where you fit in. So that means you reached out to them.
I reached out to some, and then first, I like while I was going through profiles, a couple of people also mentioned like things like their GRE score and all of that on their LinkedIn profile.
Hmm.
So that also gave me a sense of what kind of people are
Hmm.
studying at that school. And given that GRE was optional at that time, I was also confused of how much weightage should I give to my GRE score. So yeah, that is when I think like talking to the seniors really helped, because then they were like, focus more on SOP and LOR. GRE will not play a major role. So yeah, that was how I evaluated.
One more question before we go to like
Hmm.
why did you pick Dartmouth out of this
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
so you had these universities and then you said found people. I'm assuming you went on LinkedIn to find these people.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So you would shortlist, so you would go and filter it by these schools, and then you are
Hmm.
literally going through profile by profile. Or is there a different magical way to see that, hey, here are the people who are actual student, but you're like actually going through and stalking them?
Yeah.
Not stalking,
Yes.
but like user
Yes.
research, market
User
research.
research, correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so then you're doing that, you're trying to understand when they started the masters. Can you like open someone's profile, random, like imagine if you were
Uh-huh.
to go just pick a
Uh-huh.
university, maybe Dartmouth or CMU or someone. How would you, like, what kind of
Sure.
things you would look in that for your data points?
Sure. Sure. I can do that. So is my LinkedIn visible now?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay. So I would just let's say like let's just choose like Duke MEM, and once you go there you see you just filter out people, so this gives you a list of people who are currently studying there. So
Interesting.
now yeah, so I'll just like open someone's profile. So once I'm at the profile, then I would just go through the qualifications of the. So I can see like, okay, this person graduated in 2021, and then he went to college, let's say in 2020. Okay, so then he did not do his, he did
Mm.
not work. So he has no work experience, and he applied there without work experience. So then where did he intern? So he interned here. And then like a couple of people also have things like, sorry, a couple of people also have things like certification, and
Mm.
I don't. So some people also put their score somewhere, like I think yeah, honors and awards, like basically trying to judge the quality of the cohort. So basically, like let's say if someone has a lot of honors and awards, so this means that they would have accomplished a lot of publications.
Mm.
So I think yeah, overall, like just getting a sense of what they have done in the past, and that is something that I
And then
leveraged
you would also,
to
I'm
kind of
assuming, look
yeah.
at if they are working right now or not, and
Exactly.
if
Yes.
they
And
are
if
like,
if they are
yeah.
working, then in which role are they working? For how many years did they work? And then yes, definitely that was something. This is, I think, like a different profile.
Now you had these many universities, you finalized 10 of them based on all of your
Hmm.
research. You
Hmm.
did 5 MIS, 5 MEM. You got 10 at, sorry, go ahead.
Uh-huh. Yes, I kind of did. I'm not. I think yeah, that was kind of the split, like 4 or 5 MEM and then 4 or 5 MIS. Yeah, that was the
Hmm.
split.
Nice. And so now you had to pick obviously one of them
Hmm.
to like move forward. So you got 10 admits. Why did you
Yeah.
pick Dartmouth?
Yeah, so this was like my final. This is like crazy, but this was my final comparison. So, yeah, so this was the list. So after I got my admits, I just wanted to do MIS from either like University of Washington or CMU. So that was one. And then for MEM, I like chose Duke, Northwestern, Purdue, and Dartmouth. So these were like the universities between which I was like very confused. So then, like if you see, I kind of categorize that into three things. So if you see yellow, it means okay. If you see green, matlab, it means that it's a good thing.
Brownie
And
point.
then if
Yeah.
it's red, then yeah, it's like a big no for that school.
Hmm.
So yeah, so that was how, because it took me a while to do this, but it was super confusing and I wanted to make the right decision. So yeah,
So,
so
so
let's
walk
see,
us
like
through
let
the
yeah.
criteria. Walk us through the criteria.
So criteria was like the duration of the program and then the start date, which was not a very important thing, but it was something that I was considering. And then like internship, if the program has a mandatory or an option internship, I wanted to get like US experience before working full time. So that was an important aspect that I was considering. Then location was something, weather was something, and then university score and brand value was also something. Then the average salary after graduation, fees, living expense, scholarship, batch size, the courses that it offers. Because given that I wanted to, pivot into product management, I was looking at more business schools rather than more engineering heavy courses. So
Hmm.
that was something. Then like overall course, and then like popular career outcomes after, graduation. And yeah, that was all. Then the UK high potential was just something, I don't know, random, but yeah, that did not it did not have a lot of weightage. So
Got it.
yes,
Okay.
these were the
And
criteria.
so,
Yeah.
what makes you say, like, okay, duration is green in Dartmouth because it's
Hmm.
15 months versus 9 months? So,
Yeah.
assuming in
Yeah.
your case, your priority was like, I don't want to have 9 month course because I also want to enjoy and live my life. Is that correct?
Yes. That's exactly correct. Yeah, I was like, I just don't want to go there and rush through it. I want to have the experience, given that, you are paying so much, and then this is a very different experience that you'll have probably like only once. So I
Hmm.
wanted to enjoy that experience and give it enough time before again
Hmm.
moving back to full time.
Hmm.
So that was
Okay.
my mindset. It can be like different for different people.
Right. Back to the spreadsheet where you had the most green points on Dartmouth. Is that kind of
Yeah.
the final thing that, okay, looks like based on my
Yes.
comparison, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yes. Yes. More or less. Yes.
Yeah.
And for
And
Dartmouth, like
then
my personal reason of choosing Dartmouth was because I saw a lot of people working in the roles that I wanted to work in. So that
mm,
was like a no brainer for me, given that the location was not great, and it's like in the middle of nowhere and all of that. But then I was like, I still see a lot of people working in software product management from here as compared to any other school. So that
mm.
was what that primarily got me inclined towards this.
Amazing. I hope the clip was helpful. This was part of the podcast. So if you want to watch the full podcast, link is going to be in the description. And by the way, if you don't know, I teach how to find jobs and internship in United States. And actually we have more than 1500 students in our ultimate job hunting course.
And trust me, I'm not even kidding. I could see so many recruiters viewing my profile.
And it's been the best investment I've ever made.
The content is incredibly practical, filled with tips and strategies that make you stand out to recruiters.
It was one of the best courses that I have done till date.
This course covers everything that you need to stand out. You will get ultimate resume course, you will get ultimate LinkedIn course, networking strategy, access to 1100 plus job seekers for support, and personal support from me through WhatsApp group. I will walk you through every single step that you need with real examples and the tools that will give you an edge. I don't want you to miss any other opportunity to land your next job or an internship, so check the link in the description. And if you have any further questions on this topic, please let me know in the comment section. And if you did end up liking the video, please like and share. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means a lot and motivates me, so I'll continue doing this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.